I went to a local diner and somebody is trying to steal my food. Well, not a diner. I went to a coffee shop, I guess. So I got myself some beverages and I got myself some homemade waffles with some local maple syrup and whipped cream. And somebody is trying to steal it. It's me, and it's like kind of on time. It's Tuesday, guys. I got everything written down too. Okay, Eleanor, just move the camera however you want, huh, girl? So this week is like a little crazy because my friend's getting married Saturday, so I had to touch up my hair down tonight. It looks pretty decent, you know. I can't see the blonde anymore, so I figured she probably wouldn't like my blonde roots coming through. So I was like, I should probably touch up the black, huh, guys? Like, otherwise I've just been kind of lazy at it. Anyways, Sunday, we got a decent chunk done on Sunday. I ended up finishing Zodiac Academy over the weekend, or Zodiac Academy 2, to be specific, over the weekend. I'm giving that one 4 stars. I'm not going to jump right into 3 quite yet, because I have some other ebooks I need to get through and read. And then I did pick up Clockwork Princess for a little bit, but I didn't finish that on Sunday. I ended up finishing that last night, Monday night, so I'm giving that one 5 stars. It's definitely going to be a contender for one of the best books I've read this year, and I realized as I was reading it, I didn't, remember the plot at all during it, so there's that. And then I did pick up Zetas Till We Die on my Kindle. I have it from NetGalley. It did come out today, the 10th, but, I mean, I'll get to it, you know? It doesn't archive until the 24th, so I have time, and my goal is to finish it this week, or hopefully, or within the early next week. And then I picked it up again tonight here, Tuesday night, and I'm at 19% now, so I do need to charge my Kindle overnight so that I can bring it to work with me tomorrow, but it's going really well. I'm, really intrigued with the plotline. It has one of my favorite things in it, where it does dual timelines, where we're going into the past, but we're also, in the present, we're going back and forth. And there's some parallels between the two that we're, comparing, and we're trying to figure it out. And I definitely think there's more going on than what they want to say, you know? And there was a line in there that sororities and frats are cults, and I was like, low-key, I kind of agree with the way they're portrayed. And, the big ones you hear about, yeah, they're definitely, cults, in my opinion. But, there's that. I also picked up A Voice from Harper's Ferry, and that is a classic. It was published in the 1800s. Here, I'll show you guys. It will focus. It's this one. So this is on an app called Serial Reader. I don't think I've talked about this on this channel, but in Serial Reader, you can go ahead and it just has a bunch of, in the public domain, classics, and you can go ahead and read them for free on it because they're in the public domain, and they break them up into 10 to 20 minute chunks of these classic books. So, you get some really, really long classics. It breaks them into these nice chunks, and you get 1 issue a day of them. However, I don't know if this is still true. Back when I first got the app, you could do a $2.99, $2.99, and you could get unlimited, a premium access to it, so I did pay for that, and I can read as many issues of the same book as I want a day. Otherwise, you only get the 1. But it is really nice, because then I've read quite a few classics like this, because it does break them in a nice chunk, so if you're, finding classics overwhelming, it is those nice little incremental chunks, and they have a ton of ones on here. If I hit new, serial, they have all these different, genres you can pick from of all of them in the public domain. You can also, after you've done some yourself, you can hit, recommended for you, and it'll, recommend books similar to what you've already read on the app. It's just really nice. It also adds, the added recently as stuff comes into the public domain. They're getting them in here and breaking them into chunks for us. It's just super nice. I really like this app. It really is fun. Most popular what other people are reading right now. It just is so nice, and it keeps track of everything I've read. So if I go back, let's see, my serials, it'll tell you the ones that I'm currently in, and then all of the ones I've completed. And I've had this app for a few years, but I haven't been on it in probably like over a year at this point. But I'm going to try to get more back into these because I would like to read a few classics a year anymore. Like, I would just want to get back into doing that. So I did pick up a classic for one of the prompts for a Mystic Readathon. So it was just really nice. I'll get it read. I'm already at 43% in it. And, I mean, that's pretty close to half. I'm thinking I'll probably end up finishing it tomorrow. But it did break it into, like, 7 chunks. So, super easy, super digestible to read it that way. And then, tonight yet, I picked up Order of the Phoenix. This was picked, I posted a emoji poll with genre description on Bookish Reality. It's a Discord server I'm in, and I just went, hey, help me pick my next physical read, and I put $4 on it. Order of the Phoenix was one. A Game of Retribution by Scarlett St. Clair was one. City of Fallen Angels by Cassandra Clare, and then I had Leather and Lark by Bryn Weaver on there. And I was like, hey, just based off emoji and like the genre, help me pick my next read. And Percy Jackson won with like 33% of the vote for it. So this is what we be reading here. It is, I mean, I'm a good chunk. I read like 30, actually I read 42 pages tonight in this chunk, which really, realistically, when I put that into Storygraph, it was only 4% of the book because it's a chunker. But I've only been reading for 30 minutes and I've read that much so far. So I think, you know, if as long as I sit down and read this one, it will go fast. I've actually been putting this one off for quite a while now at this point, rereading it, because I don't want to read what happens at the end, but like, I want to reread the entire series. Like, I want to get to the other books, the last 2 books. So I need to just get over and read the end of this book again, even if it's gonna break me on the inside. But it is like 10:30, so I'm gonna be getting ready for bed here, and then I decided, until I fall asleep, I will probably pick up Finley Donovan Rolls the Dice. I'm not quite done with it. I haven't really picked it up too much recently, but I'm at like 31%, and it's due in a week, so this is something I really would like to get done, especially before I leave this weekend for my friend's wedding. I would really prefer if I could get this one done. But even if I don't, I could probably sneak it out and read it at the reception on my phone, admittedly, because my only job for the reception, she told me, is to make sure I box up her and her husband's food so that they can eat it at some point. Because, you know, everyone talks to you at weddings, and I'm like, y'all be instigating that. I'm sorry if you don't eat at your wedding reception. You be instigating it when you getting up to talk to other people at your reception. Sit down and eat. They're still gonna be there later after they're eating too. You can talk to them after we're all done eating. If they want to talk to you, while they can come over to you while you eat. Like, go eat your food. Like, we did not pay this much money for you to not be eating this food. Come on, guys. Like, you paid how much? Go be eating your food. But, that's enough rambling for me. I need to get ready for bed, because I agreed to work in the other office tomorrow, because, you know, like, I could use the extra $50 if they pay me to drive there. So, yeah, we're gonna do that, and I'm hoping to get quite a bit of reading done, both tomorrow and throughout the rest of this week. It's Monday. It's me and Ellie here to close out the vlog. I did not get much reading done this week. Somebody made sure shit hit the fan. AKA this little one right here. I come home from work Wednesday, and she doesn't greet me at the door, which is weird. Eleanor always greets me at the door. So I go, hey, do I have any friends that live here? And I like have to walk fully in, and she's in my bedroom, still in bed, and her tail's down. I'm like, I don't know, she must just be, I don't know what's wrong with her at that point. I'm like, let's go outside and go to the bathroom. And, like, she's really struggling to go to the bathroom. And I try to take a look. She doesn't want to let me look. But I get a little glimpse, and it looks like TMI grossness here. She had, like, a swollen mass on her butt. And so it obviously looked like it was painful, so I, like, put her in the bathtub to, like,
oh, let's do like a warm compress type thing to see like if you'll let me look a little bit more if I'm like bathing you. And she does, and it is like a mass near her butt. And so I called the vet Wednesday night. They don't get back to me on Wednesday night. I mean, they're closed. They leave a message, hey, call me back when you guys get in the morning. Something's wrong with her. She's like kind of lethargic at this point, and even after I get her out of the bath. Well, first of all, she laid down in the bath to begin with, which she does not do. And so I was like, hey, yo, there's something like really wrong with her. And, they call me back Thursday morning, and literally right after they get me off the phone, like, hey, can you come in right away? And I'm like, yeah, sure, no problem, because like I called off of work. I was up half the night anyways because I was worried about her, and my acid reflux went through the roof Wednesday night. And so I went to, when we were getting ready to go leave, so we go to the vet, the mass ruptures. And I think I instantly know what happened. And like, because I was, admittedly, I was WebMDing it for dogs. And I was like, oh shit. It was like her anal gland ruptured. And yeah, I brought her in, and yep, she did in fact rupture her anal gland. So Eleanor is currently on antibiotics and a steroid for 2 weeks. So it's been treating her to do that. I also have to like clean her every time she goes to the bathroom, so obviously nothing gets in there because it's now an open wound, which she is so thrilled about. So we've been kind of dealing with that Thursday, and then Friday I had to leave for the wedding because I was in a wedding this weekend, and it's like 2.5, 3 hours away. So like I have to drop her off at my mom's, and so I had to like go through everything with my mom, explain everything, and I mean by Friday she was doing better after like she was on the steroid and the antibiotics for about a day there. She was doing better. So I bring her over, and Friday night I have to drive down to the wedding venue. We do rehearsal, blah blah blah. Well, I'm sitting and the bride is like eating, and she starts to cough, and she doesn't have anything to drink. So I handed her my big 40-ounce tumbler. I'm like, take a drink so you like don't choke and die. Like I need you to be alive for tomorrow. Nothing and anything of it. Blah blah blah. Saturday morning rolls around. She shares her cherry Alani with me because she knows those are my favorite. And honestly, we've been friends for over half our lives, so like I'm not scared of her germs to like have a cup of like share a drink with her. No big deal. But halfway, like right before the wedding, my throat starts to feel so dry and like there's something stuck in it. And I'm thinking at this point, it's just because I haven't had like any water to drink at all. Because like we're up and doing stuff. Like women really get the short end of the straw. Like you gotta be up at the ass crack of dawn to start getting ready for these weddings. And like we gotta do hair and makeup and blah blah blah. And I'm like, oh my god, I'm just so thirsty. But after the wedding, I chugged down not one but 2 glasses of water, and it got a little bit better. And then like I had a glass of water in between each actual drink I had. But that night I got in bed, I'm like, oh my god, it feels like there's something stuck in my throat. I'm like, I can't get it out. I can't get it out. Sunday morning, I wake up, it's worse. Like, and now my throat is like kind of scratchy and irritating, and it progressively started getting worse throughout the day Sunday. And I instantly knew because like she texted the group that she was feeling really congested Sunday morning. I was like, I am gonna get sick. I already know it. Like it's already starting. I'm gonna get sick. Lo and behold, by about 2 p.m. Sunday, I was getting super congested. I am now. My throat doesn't hurt as bad as it did yesterday, but I am pretty congested. And I get like, I just know it's. She got it from one of her little petri dishes because the bride, I love her so much, but she is a junior high middle school student teacher right now because she's in her last semester of school before she becomes an actual teacher. And yeah, I'm like, great, your little petri dish just passed on a gift. I love them so much. I love you so much. I love all of this. This is so fun. And so yeah, now I'm sick, and this is why we're here. Like this is why it's Monday, and I feel like shit today, so it's a good thing I have the day off. But my head kind of hurts. But here we are. I'll see you guys next week.